Thank you for joining me for yet another unboxing video. And today we have some more RPG goodness. This time it's the terrain set Build Your Own Battle Maps with reusable scenery. Set of 2 book of battle mats with scenery stickers, brought to you by Loc Battle Mats. I happen to back this on Kickstarter. They sent it to me, and I'm happy to unbox it here for you. As you guys know, I love me some Loc Battle Mats, so whenever they come up with a new one and they put a Kickstarter out for it, I usually back it. So again, I recently saw this one at Barnes & Noble, but I was like, I don't need to pick it up there because I got it directly from Loc Battle Mats. So let's flip this over real quick. It says 2 books, 80 map pages, reusable scenery, endless options, free 5e adventure PDF QR code inside. Attention adventurers, set of 2 book of battle mats, lay flat, wipe clean book format, huge 24 by 24 map areas, wet and dry erase compatibility, gives you some reusable scenery in there as well. Of course, it can be used with any type of 5e or any type of role-playing game that you'd like to use. This was released in 2024 by Loc Battle Mats. This set contains volumes 1 and 2 and some extra scenery, volume 1 and 2. And it's good for ages 14 and up. So let us crack this bad boy open. So again, it has not yet been opened, so I'm going to get a blade on the side so we can just open this up like that. I'm going to crack this bad boy open and see what kind of goodness we have on the inside. So we've got taking the shrink wrap off of it. We're now in July, and this is Christmas in July with taking all the shrink wrap off, as we always do here on the channel. Again, I thank you for joining me. Really love Loc Battle Mats. They're done with such high quality, and I use them all the time in my various adventures, whether it be homeschooled or anything that, my own set of home rules, or of course I'm using them for any type of role-playing games or even my own tabletop games. So again, we've got the dust jacket. So we've got volume 1 and volume 2 we have here. So again, the dust jacket, some people will get rid of this. I never do. I always keep it. This way, when I put it on the shelf, I know exactly what I have. So we're going to start off right off the bat with, we're going to start with volume 1. So again, it's nice, thick cardboard cover, really nice. Again, you've got your mats that are all included inside here, which are really awesome. So what you come off here right off the bat, you get 2 grids of 100%, again, nice grasslands right here. Great attention to detail. Again, love Loc Battle Mats. Again, all these pages are, let's just take a look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They're all 12 by 12 grids. So that's cool. So you got that here. Now it comes with the binding. Again, when you're playing a game, the binding in the center here, the spiral bound here. Again, you can either lay the mat flat like this for a 12 by 12. If you want to use both of them, you can as well. Obviously, you just pretend that that's not in place there like that. Or you could take a scissor or an X-Acto knife. You can cut it, and you can just take the maps out of the book. That is totally your call. The binding, again, it doesn't really bother me, so I don't really have a complaint about it, but it is there. So you get 2 of these. Now, again, how these maps look. Again, I'm going to throw a couple figures on here real quick just to show you what the map would look like with some figures thrown onto it. So I'm just going to take this piece right here, throw this out there, throw that out there. Take this guy, throw him over here. Get a standee, another standee, just so you get a general gist as to how the maps look with different types of figures on them. Got a zombie side guy, and we got a Zoe from Starfinder. So again, depending on what type of figures you want to use a tree for a piece of terrain. There you go, throw that on there as well. You want a butler, got him too, we'll throw him on there as well. So again, just wanted to show you a couple of ways, again, how the maps look with different figures put on it, whether it be standees, whether it be standees or regular figures that you have there that you have. Again, just showing you what it would look like on the map as it's laying flat on the table. Again, none of these figures are included in the purchase of this product. They're there for demonstration purposes only. And of course, I'm just going to leave these two on here just for the time being. So again, in the context of a battle, your guys are moving around on the board, of course, right? So let's just say you don't have a pawn. Let's say you don't have any, you know, a pawn, you know, any figures, you don't have any of this stuff like that. So if you take this off real quick, you put an X over here with a dry erase marker, put an X here, put an O here, draw some arrows as to the way that they're fighting or the way that they're shooting each other. As soon as you're done, wet that a little bit, rub it this way, rub it over here. You got a completely perfect map once again. That's if you don't have any type of terrain or you don't have any type of figures for it. Again, all the figures are shown just for example purposes and they're not included in the purchase of this product. So there's your, so you start off with your two forest or field. Then you have some rocky areas here. Again, the beautiful terrain. The attention to detail is fantastic. The cartography is great as well. You get two of them that look like that. You have your desert pages as well. Sand and stone. Two pages of that as well. Your winter, again, your winter scenes. More of a jungle scene. Again, the attention to details, the beautiful coloring, all these things that you're seeing here. Again, these are squares, so with these squares you have here, once again, you'll be talking about 5 feet of movement per one square. Again, these are 12 by 12 pages. Again, absolutely beautiful. Now just look at that. That's, I mean, if you put it that way, just how it looks like the water is moving, just as I'll say I moved the pages, but again, absolutely beautiful. So again, there's your waterway. If you're using some, I happen to have them here, so I'll throw them out there just so you can see what they would look like. So if you're having seafarer combat, one boat versus another boat, so you got those as well. Boats there. Do I have? Sure, we can have a demon coming up out of the water. We could put that in there as well. Again, it just gives you that general idea. Again, these figures are not included in the purchase of this product, but at the same time, just showing you what it would look like with different colored boats that would happen to be on board right now on your, that would be laying on top of the mat. Again, if this creature was attacking this vessel here, you could say where its movement is, where its attack lines are. Again, pull him off there real quick. If you want to show that he's here and he's here, put a little arrow in between. It just shows you where he's attacking from, where he's located. And this way, again, if the boat was here and it's going to be moving, again, you're with the dry erase marker, you wipe that off, move the character down to here, saying here's your movement. So this would be 10, 20, 30 feet from there to here in stormy weather. The character, maybe he can move 5 feet, he can move 10 feet. So maybe he's going to move 2 directions this way, or he's going to move this way, 1 stop. Again, it all depends upon the way you want to do it. But again, if you use a dry erase marker on these maps, it comes right off. So again, there's lots of different ways that you can use these maps. Again, they're absolutely stunning, as you can tell, just stunning. And then we have some green grass as some more with foliage. But if you look up to them really, really closely, the attention to detail on these are just jaw-dropping. Just absolutely beautiful. Got some rocks. And again, these can be used for any scenario that you'd like to use them for. Again, you know, it says that it can be used for fantasy, it can be used for science fiction, it can be used for anything that you like. And then we have some regular green fields. You wanted to create a baseball game, you could put that on. You could put that on there as well. Again, it's totally however you want to use it. You want to use this for a football field, and you happen to have some goalposts, or you want to use it for your own soccer type game. You could use this for that kind of field, just for that. Again, it's a 12 by 12. Yeah, it's 12 by 12. So you can do a whole bunch of different things with different rule sets. Again, these are used for role-playing games, but it doesn't, you know, it's up to your imagination how you want to use these fields for. Use this for a construction site. Put down a couple of buildings. You're ready to roll right into it, right there. And you got a scenario. This is perfect for your post-apocalyptic type war games. You can use it for that. All kinds of things. Again, if you have terrain pieces, you can use those as much as you have here. Again, we're back to, it looks like a little bit of a winter scene here. Looks like some snow. Again, both sides are similar because it's a scene of two maps that go together. It's a 2x2 board, which is really, really pretty cool. Now we got some rocks with some waterways. Again, the attention to detail, second to none. You know, Loke Battle Mats always has a really, really high quality product that they put out. I've never had a complaint about this. Never. Like I said, anytime I see that they're putting something new out, I always try to jump on the Kickstarter. Now, I'm not quite sure whether the Kickstarter is a cheaper way, or I should say a more cost-effective way of doing these things. As you guys know, I'm not endorsed or backed by any of these companies, so I do try to save some cash. I go on Facebook Marketplace and I go into different things where I can pick them up in the aftermarket for a cheaper price, or go to different game conventions like Historicon, which is coming up this week. I'll do some of these things, but so I don't know whether going on and purchasing a map through a Kickstarter is cheaper, or whatever you want to say it. It's good because it gets delivered directly to your house, and you get it before anybody else gets it, before stores gets it. So like I said, I saw this recently, happened to be in Barnes & Noble, and I'm going to tell you something. It was at least a year after I had already gotten this one. So I was happy to see it getting into Barnes & Noble, because I do love going to my local Barnes & Noble, pick up books and stuff. But at the same time, like I said, it's really, really awesome to get it way in advance of everybody else, before it hits the regular market. I do like that as well, which is really, really cool. Nice ocean here, really digging that as well. So we're going to pull the next page here. A beach front for any type of landing invasion, for any type of game, including your World War II type games. I'll see about an invasion of Normandy, things of that nature. So you can do anything like that. Have an adventure on an island, perfect for that as well. So you have some sand, and of course the attention to detail of the grasslands, second to none. Always a phenomenal job. The colors they pick, photography, everything that they do is always top notch. And then we have some of this here as well. It's like a sandstone. Now again, on the camera, sometimes it gives you a little bit more of a, this is truly like a, I want to say an orange color. If you saw it in person, it's an orange color versus it being like a lighter tan color, which you're seeing on the camera. So I don't know why the camera does that, but it does. Sometimes it takes that little bit of extra color out of it. But this is really, really beautiful. The colors on this one, really pretty fantastic. I got a nice river. That's the complete, but that's your river that you have there. That's really cool as well. You got the rocks on the side of the river. Again, you got figures you want to cross the river to go on a battle or whatever it may be. The difficult terrain. This could be considered higher ground up here if you want it to be. Again, it continues for got basically 2 foot by 2 feet wide. It could be, or it could be a total of 2 feet, because again, if you open it up, 12 squares, it's 12 inches on each side, so it's 2 feet long. It's 12 by 24 could be the whole thing. 12 going up this direction, 24 going this direction. Again, absolutely beautiful. Again, look at that, how absolutely stunning that is. And again, use it as one page, or put both pages together. It's totally up to you. Again, if the spiral bothers you, you can cut them out of the book. That's totally up to you. I never do that because the spiral doesn't bother me. But again, if you want to cut these right out, you can do it that way as well. Again, another one. Some huge rocks here, boulders, I should say. Very, very awesome. Covers for line of sight during a battle. So again, if we wanted to, we could throw a couple characters on here real quick. He's on top versus him over here. He obviously has the height advantage. He's hiding behind the rock there. Obviously, you can't hit him with a shot. So obviously, he comes down, comes around, wants to take on the villain. You could do that. But again, back here, again, line of sight. Maybe has the height advantage, so maybe he gets an advantage to him. He gets cover fire, but at the same time, and he's out in the open, gets no coverage. So there you go. Again, the figures are not included in the purchase of this product. Another thing that you need to know is, of course, if you want to put, terrain in there as well. If you want to put a tree over there or whatever you can, that's for your options for you as well. If you want to add a marker in there, you can put that in there as well if you want to. Again, it's completely up to your imagination how you want to do it. If you want to just go outside your house, pick up some rocks off the ground and put the rocks, make rock piles, put them right here in each of the spots there. You can do that as well. If you want to use the complete map, you can open it up again as I've been showing you the whole time. You've now got, again, a 12 by 24 map that you can use as well. Okay. And we also have 2 pages of one stuck in here. I think that's stuck. Let me get that. There it is. You also have your regular plain map that is 12 by 12, a grid map, which you have right here. Again, you could take these off and use these in any location that you want to, and they come off very easy. Sometimes it's because it's the first time. There you go, got it right there. They're clings. So again, you take the cling off. I've done, again, go back on the channel, you can see where I have lots of explanations or showing examples of where clings have been used before. Put the cling right there. Boom, done. You don't want that there anymore. Just gotta find the edge and flip, pull it right off there. Same thing as a color form. If I want, I can go right over here, put that tree right into here, move it around, put it right there. You can put it there, you can put it there. And you can do it any way you want. It's really that simple to cling. Again, you have a map here. Build your own map. Put that right there. Starting of your new map. So the clings are very, very helpful, and they're very fun to use. Again, reminds me of when I was a kid when I used to use color forms. Same concept. You're creating your own little thing here. So let me just show you what some of them. We'll put the cling back. It goes back in just as easy as you took it out. Boom, right back in its place. So if you look at the different types of fauna and rocks that you can use, that you can put in, there they are right there. These are different options that you have. I like the fact it's right in the back of the book, so you don't need to carry an extra sheet with you. Very, very cool. Really liking it. You got a pool right there. I like that. So you can actually take off with one of the desert sheets that you had there, like something like that. You can put a pool. Again, the pool. You like the pool? Cool. Again, sometimes it's just a little tricky. It's the angle that you get them at. There you go. Boom. Start your new adventure. Boom. Put it down over here. Again, as easy as it goes down. And they are durable. The clings are durable. That's what's cool. What's cool about them. And the back is that way. This is this way. Again, so if I went through the book again, and I wanted to put, there you go. Put this here. I can put it here. Put it there. I'm gonna put it here. It doesn't really matter what you want to do, where you want to put it, how you want to use it. Make it bigger. Who knows? You know, however you want to use it. You have a pond right here. You can put that in there, and just like that. That's what the clings are used for. You can use them for any page that you want to use them on. And they're easily, again, it comes out nice and easy. And they go right back into where you pick them up from. It goes back in just as easy as well. So that concludes everything that's included in your volume 1 of Terrain Set Book of Battle Mats. So that's your Terrain Book 1. Let's move on to Terrain Set 2. Because again, in this packaging, you get 2 battle maps, volume 1 and volume 2. So here's volume 2. Again, the great artwork on the front of it. The mountains, the rolling hills, the valleys, all those cool things. Again, it starts off with another one of these things. Now, here's something else you could show you. See, you want to do a 2 by 2 battle, right? So look what you do here. Map 1, map 2. You line them up. There is, when it said at the beginning, there's your 2 foot by 2 foot battle map. 2 feet going this way, 24 inches by 24 inches going this way. There is your battle map. Again, so if I want to do this page, there again is your 2 foot battle map. Turn to the next page. There it is. Go to the next page. If you want to mix and match, you can mix and match as much as you want. It's totally up to you. Again, your 2 foot battle map. Two-foot winter battle map. Jungle battle map. So these maps, again, they're used for role-playing games. You can use this for 40K. You can use this for any war band, any type of game that you want to do. Now, again, it's good for a 28mm base. It's good for circles. But if you don't have a circle, got small bases like that, it works fine. If you have just regular, again, if you have a regular pawn, game pawn. Works perfectly in there as well. I'll throw a car in there. Throw a car in there. Again, that's a small car. It's like a 15mm car. But again, the point I'm trying to make here is that this is a battle map that is now a 2-foot by 2-foot battle map. I'm going to go this way. The wide open seas. Again, another 2-foot. So book 1 and book 2, volume 1 and volume 2 are identical. Again, you're creating your own battle maps. And I'm just showing you, every time I do this, I'm showing you just a different variation of how it is. Again, bottom one, if you want to just do a 12 by 24, you can do that. If you want to do a 24 by 24, here it is right here. It's totally up to you. If you want to use one page this side, this way, one page that way, you can do it that way. I switch it up again. Do a full 2-foot map. Boom, you just flip it over like that. And they line up perfectly. All right, if you want to do it this way, you don't want to do it the long way. So you want to change it to this way. You could do it this way. Again, you could do it that way. It's totally 125% up to you how you lay the maps out. Again, if the binding bothers you, what can you do? Well, you can always, sorry about that, hitting the camera. Again, if I don't want to line them up and I don't want to do it this way, listen, you can cut them out of the books if you want to. Take an X-Acto knife, cut it right here. Then you could do four different sections. Again, if I want this to be the ocean below it, and now I'm going with a big ocean outside of there. Boom, I could do it this way, right? Ocean's out here, you got the beach now, and you got going into the jungle. If I want to flip it back this way, I can do it this way. Now when I flip to here, I can go about it that way. Your coastline has just been increased. If you want to do, again, your landing crafts coming in here. Troops have got to get up here onto the beach, and they got to secure a location in the jungle. Enemy fire is coming in this direction. You've got it right here. Right here, you've got it. Absolutely loving it. I think these are my favorite maps out of them all. I think this is the favorite color, just the way it looks. Again, if I'm playing a game, especially, and I have some other pieces of terrain that I want to throw in here. I'm just getting, because this is my first time looking at the map, just as it is for you. I'm looking at it here, and I'm like, there's so many different possibilities with all these maps. Just so many different games I could play on all these things. Again, you can have a fold-out map, or you can have one of these which are high quality. Again, these are wet, dry erase markers, can be used in all these maps. Okay, a river up there or there. If I want, I could turn around. Now it's not gonna, I don't have a table that's gonna fit it all the way. But here you go. If I want to put this on here like this and do it this way. Now I've got a 12 by 48 river. That's huge. That's a huge, huge river. You get what I'm saying? So you could line these up as much as you'd like, how you'd like to. It's 125% your choice here. Two rivers that are same thing here. Again, if I want to line this up here, if I want to line it up that way. This one goes into there. I can do that if I want. If I want, I could say it goes onto this side over here. Combine them like that. See it? So there's a myriad of different ways that you can use it. Or I can have the two that I want. Have two separate that to go through. Use it as World War I. Use it as a trench. There's a trench here. There's a trench there. I got to get my guy who's in the trench over here to fight off the guy who's in the trench over there. I got to do some trench warfare. I can do that as well. So again, it's totally up to the way that you want to. Again, the way that you want to use it. Again, we're going to have a battleground with lots and lots of stones on it. Lots of places to hide there. Again, you have your, and you also have down here, you also have your 2 additional pages there of again, you have different ones here. So this is your book to volume 2. So at this point in time, I'm just going to close that volume 1 up over here. Put that right here. Volume 2. So looking back here, we were looking at we have here. Again, some additional ones you can pull. There you go. You have a boat. A big, big, big boat. So again, with these, how difficult it is to pull them off. You find a piece, you bend the sheet a little bit. It's just like playing color forms. When I was a child, color forms was the way to go. We had hours and hours of adventures with playing superhero color forms. But if I come back here on this one here. Okay, you got a river there. The boat's too big for that river, so I'm not going to be able to do that. I can put this boat out here if I want to. What we're going to do is go like that, press it down, and boom, the boat is now there. Oh, the boat didn't make it. It crashed on the beach. Boom. You got it. Okay. Again, you want the boat in the ocean. Perfect. We're going to have a battle on board boat. Got a pirate taking on a captain. Got a captain here. So there you go. We're going to have a battle at sea. It's that simple. Demon attacking. There are 2 shipmates, and they're now attacking the demon that's attacking the ship. So again, it's up to your imagination how you want to do it. Now again, I come back and go like this. All right. Well, I want to have a more wide open area of ocean. Now I just got to find the page. Again, if I want to use this map with that map, I can do what I want. Again, I'm just flipping through here to try to find the map that goes with that one. There it is. Boom. I tie it together. Okay, I don't like the boat down here. You guys, get in the ocean for a minute. Take a swim. I want to tie them together. I put the boat there. So again, I'm just showing you different ways to use the clings. The clings are really, really cool. Again, you put demon on there. Put this guy over here. He's fighting it here. Fighting this here. Again, now you see how these maps are used, how the clings are used. Again, the figures are not included. They're for demonstration purposes only. But as I'm showing you to, the clings are really, really cool. And that's a really, really cool one, the boat here. I really like that cling there. So again, that's how you do it. Now, if you didn't have, sorry about that. If you didn't have a cling, you could always draw. If you want to draw a ship, you could put a ship on there with the dry erase markers. Again, you could draw it on there, make it the size that you want to do it, and then when you're done, use the dry erase and just erase it off the map. again. So we're done with the adventure with the ship. Again, there's where it came from. They will roll a little bit, but again, here, boom, put it right back where it belongs. Find a place. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, it's back in the book. Look, open the book up, all done. So this is everything that's included, and this concludes our unboxing of the Terrain Set Book of Battle Mats, brought to you by Look Battle Mats, which includes Volume 1, Volume 2, and this awesome dust cover. Again, it's a set of 2 book of battle mats with scenery stickers inside. Okay, of course, the usual scenery that we saw there. Build your own battle maps. Again, with the purchase of this Kickstarter, you got 2 books, which had a total of 80 map pages, reusable scenery, endless options. If you use for 5e or any type of role-playing game that you'd like to, or miniature game or anything else, miniature agnostic game, anything that you'd like to play. This came out in 2024 by Loke Battle Mats. For more information, go to lokebattlemats.com. And as always, thank you so much for joining me for this unboxing video. It's truly appreciated. If you enjoyed the video, you can always give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below. You can also hit that subscribe button. This way you're kept up to date as to any time we release new content to the page. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Be safe, be well, enjoy the remainder of your day, and we'll catch you on the next unboxing.